Hello, this is Cinders papercrafts.co.uk, and I thought I would bring you the finished album. I showed you in the other parts how to do the various different pages, and I said I would be back to show you the finished album and also give you any tips and hints about doing the matting and any of the special bits and pieces. So I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to take you to the first page. I will just say I got these corner protectors, not really protectors, they're more for a decorative effect, and I just got those off eBay. They're not fortunes at all. They're really reasonable. You can probably pick up 50 for £2 or £3 maximum, probably a lot less, but I'd rather tell you over what they are than under. So here we go. This is the first and second page, and I am just going to take you through each page. This is another really important thing. I wanted to show you, this comes out of the first page. Let's see if I can find something for that to stand on. Right. Right, so I'm just going to use that as a stand. Right. These are the new background stamps. I hope you can see okay. They make for lovely paper. So again, if you find that you haven't got a great deal of paper, nice fancy paper that you like, my tip would be buy background stamps. They're amazing. You can use them in any ink colours, and you can get several different effects. That one is the new Cheap Music. They're stunning. And this one, can you see that? It's the tree rings. Now this looks lovely. I think I've got it later on, and it's done in the craft white. It's gorgeous, absolutely lovely. And I love this, Just Breathe, and that I think is from the Colourful Seasons, Just Breathe. Now I've used that stamp set quite a bit throughout the album. You're probably going to say I used a huge amount of different stamp sets. I wanted to show you as much as I could so that you can then take what you have and use it. So I'd rather show you 100 different stamp sets and have you then think, well, I've got that one, so I can do it. And if you haven't, I've got one very similar, I can do it. Right, so now I've made that look more difficult than it is. Now this one, nice and simple. We've put that one together, and that one again I've just stamped on some white card. Again, that is from the Colourful Seasons, and it just makes a really nice backing mat, and that goes back in. On the video, I noticed that when I was attaching some of the mats, that I had left the backing tape on some of the strips. I obviously had to then put backing tape onto these bits. You're probably screaming at me to do it, or saying, look, she's left that on there. Yeah, I did. Corrected it though. Right, these are the, I love these butterflies. They are from You Move Me. I love them, absolutely love them. This one is just simple, and this one again is just really simple. Like I said, I wanted to show you all the different pockets you could do, and flaps, inserts, so that you could then think, well, I don't want to do that, but I like that, and I'll take that away. Right, now this one, this is the card one we done, and that is just held together with magnets and the new tab punch. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've used that to do quite a lot through here, which I'll show you. Now this one, again, I decided to keep it really simple. White mats with the fresh fig trim, and obviously fresh fig trim with the white mats, and that just makes them super simple. You can put your labels and pictures in there depending on what you're using it for. Now here we are. This one is nice and simple. I love this colour. I thought I'd absolutely loathe it. I thought it was too bright and too garish. I absolutely love it. And this one comes out again. I thought I'd show you this because you can make your own paper. So if you turn one that way and then turn one that way, it's not going to look exact, but you can make your own. And there is just a butterfly clip that I've popped on there. Ooh, did I just knock that? Sorry. And that's a nice deep pocket. So I love this. And they are from the watercolour wings, and also the butterfly. Oh, the butterfly framelets. They're lovely. Now this one, I don't know if I included what I had to do with this one on the previous one, so I haven't edited the other one yet. So what I will say is I done this beautiful book, which had lots of pages in. Well, when I went in to add the white to them, it made the book about that thick, and it wouldn't close, so I had to trim it down, and now we only have the 3 pages. Now if I were to do it again, I would use a lot thinner card in there so that it didn't make it so bulky. I have done them before and they've worked, but this card is just so thick that I would use just simple layering card. Again, this is from the, oh, where is that one? Tabs for Everything. You get little sayings. Sorry, that was a motorbike, in case you were wondering what that sound was. And I do love these as well. So all I done was I put strips of DSP down the sides and also trim on the others, just to give it a different look. Again, that just goes on with the magnets. This one is super simple. I don't think I need to show you how to do that. Now this one is just a matte layer that I actually cut off there, so it didn't go to waste, and it's a nice thick one. And these are enamel glitter dots. They're lovely. They really are lovely. Yeah. Now this is an interesting one. This one is from the Memories or More, and that one's the Petal Garden. Now I stamped that with the Berry Burst, which is this one, and I think it goes really well. So if you have these or anything similar, stamp them with the colours of your choosing, and it'll often be a ready-made mat to go in there. I love this one. I absolutely love it. I'm going to need that under there now. Let me just move that across and pop that there. Right. Oh no, that didn't help at all. Okay. Right, so let me take this off. You can take this off because I designed it to do so. So there's just the standard. See, that is where I didn't add the double tape to the other bit. Right, so this is what I'm excited about. This is the pocket from, good job I get everything near me, pocket full of sunshine, and the matching framelets, and I just made a pocket. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And that one just comes out with the butterfly on. and then you can just pop pictures or journaling on there, and then that goes back in there. But I thought that was super cute. It opens up, which is nice, and it is magnet closed, which is that one there, and it's a very firm magnet. But I like the fact that you could detach it and move around with it. I thought that was ever so, I liked it. Now this one, this is the one that we stamped, or I showed you, that you didn't have to have the DSP paper, that you could just use the stamp set and the colour of your choice. Right, so here I've used 2 different stamp sets. Again, you don't need to use them. If you've got them, use them. But I wanted to show you as much as I could using the new stuff. So if you thought I want it, then you could get it. But you'll have something similar. If you haven't got the climbing orchid, that is gorgeous. Most people now have the flower shop. It's a stamp that's been around forever. It's absolutely brilliant. You could just use flower shop with the punch and get those out. A lot of people have got that in the punch. Now that one I used, again, the colourful seasons, just backwards and the backside and that lot. The climbing orchids is absolutely lovely. I absolutely love it. I have done a cushion case with it, and it looks gorgeous. Right, so this is, again, they look difficult, but they're really not. And I think when you look at how I done them, you can take any of the designs and make it your own. Now this one, I've left this really basic. I will say though that this one, that second one there, this second one, I probably wouldn't add the foam strips on the top one, because what I find is, it's probably not going to do it now, is it can make it a bit too floppy. But I suppose by the time you've got cards in there or photos or anything that you wanted to keep, it will bulk out. So all I've done is used white card paper, the lovely, which I have, and I just used the tab punch again. I think my tab punch is going to be probably one of my most well used ones. And this one again is super simple. I've just used the Tranquil Tide and stamped it up in the varying colours going up. Don't actually know if I like it, so I turned it around that way. Again, that's just a butterfly paper clip. I absolutely love them, and they look so gorgeous. I must show you the paper clips that I make. They're probably no different from anyone else's, but I adore them. Now this one is, now I can move that one over here, is the lovely butterflies. When I first saw this, I thought, oh no, that's too straight and angular. I wasn't fussed on it. Again, it just goes to show, until you see it, and I absolutely adore them. I've done them in all the colours so you can see what they're like. This is another one that I liked. I used the Just Breathe, and I got the variegated effect on that. You see? Anyone can do that, but if you don't know how to get that effect where it's lighter at the top and darker at the bottom, I can show you. That's not a problem, but I think everyone knows how to do it anyway. But if you're a beginner, this one again was super simple. Again, you can pop anything you like in there. Look at this, these butterflies with the black. They are amazing, and I cannot tell you how gorgeous they are in the flesh. They're lovely. Right, so this one, again, I've used the Climbing Orchid, and I actually did use the framelits on that one. Again, it is just such a gorgeous set, but if you don't have this, use something that you do. If you decide that you just can't live without it, then please, by all means, get it, because I can see that being used an awful lot by myself anyway. Again, now I put this butterfly on there because I think I've told you the watercoloured effect on this, where it goes from dark to light, I'm not fond of. So I thought if I put that there, people are automatically going to look at that rather than the background. And this one I have just done a mat with the floral phrases thinlits. I think they're lovely. So again, that is super simple and just goes in there. And I've used the nice the new ribbons. Now this one is the open up. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this in frame. And then opens up and there. Now I haven't put anything in there because you will be able to add what you like into there. Now I could put all the different bits I would put in there, but to be honest, I think that will just clutter the look. You'll know what you want to put in them. And here is the last one. Now I have put, this is what I wanted to show you. I had enough DSP to do this, but I wanted to show you, if you didn't, that's how you could get around it. Just put another piece of the card, take a bit of the paper that you have and cover that, and then just use a mat with some stamps on, and then that takes care of that and finishes that off. Here, that's what I wanted to show you. The white on top of the craft white on top of fresh fig. It's lovely. And I make my own paper clips. You just use a punch and some dimensionals, and I popped it on there. Super sweet. And these are the new glittered dots. No, I can't think of them now. That's terrible. But it's Sunday. I'm allowed. Yeah, so that is the effect. It's lovely. Again, I have used the, sorry, this isn't in fresh fig, this is in berry burst. I'm losing my mind. Right, so again, I have done that with the full colour graduating through to lighter. And then they sit in that pocket. Let's get back on the screen. Right, so that sits on there, and then I've just put in 2 labels that people, now you'll probably think, well, what are people going to put on there? You would be amazed. You really would be. Right, so that is my completed album. Ooh, getting myself in the right pickle, aren't I? So that is my completed album. Now, when I showed my husband, he said, I don't think you could cram any more in there if you tried. Now, some of you who use albums and journals will know that you can never have too much room. If you don't know what they are, a lot of people still don't know how to scrapbook or journal, or just use it as a photo album, the old-fashioned photos, because we've all got phones that we take pictures on and we take our movies. Sometimes there's nothing nicer than sitting and looking through a photo album. When I was a child, seems like such a long time ago, we had photos that had to be, the films had to be sent away to be developed, and there was nothing nicer than when they come through the post having a first look. So if you do have the opportunity to build one and you like it, do print off your photos and put them in there. Most people have stamp sets, stickers, or punches that you can add to it. I have 3 dogs, and I could easily add pictures of the dogs and put a nice handwritten note on there, or use a stamp, anything like that. A lot of people think, well, I won't use it. It is always so nice to give over a gift to say you have children. Grandparents might like to have something like this, and then when they go out with their friends, they can always take bits of it. And there's nothing nicer than looking at physical photographs. If you're going to use this just as a journal, where you put your thoughts and the days, special occasions in there, or you just think, oh, I've had a really good day today, I'm going to write that down, date it and put it in here. Do one every year. When baby's born, I will be doing a christening one, but if baby's born, you can make one into an annual, starting from birth right through to 1 year old, where you can put the first curl, the first tooth, when they took their first steps, when they said their first word, all these things. And then when your baby's older, or the child is older, they can then look through this and it becomes an heirloom. So you might think, well, I don't like that, but someone you know might just treasure a gift like this. It does look involved, it isn't. The main preparation is in the cutting of the cards and the papers. Once you start putting it together, the principle of magnets is the same. I've showed you how to use the magnets. They're so simple. You can buy them in 50s for £1.60. You need glue dots, or you can use tape, or you can use glue. It is completely up to you. And I've done that the wrong way. So they are a lovely project, and like I say, it is really special to give over something like this. It really is. And you could always put the person's name or baby's name, or you can put a frame here. If you were using this for a photo frame, just put a frame there with some clear acetate, put a board around so that you can put in a picture of what's in here. So there's all these wonderful ideas. If I sat down and done this from beginning to end, it probably would take me, cutting included, probably a day. If you're doing it in 2 sittings and you've cut all the things out, it'll only take you an hour or so after you've cut everything to assemble it. So it is simple. Please do let me know what you think of it. I am going to be doing much smaller projects now, ones that I can upload and do, the simple ones. But I'd like to know what you thought of this if you're going to do one. Please do visit my blog, www.cinderspapercraft.co.uk, and I think I decided I was going to do this one next. Now this one, ironically, I've got to show you this. This is the same box, same measurements, same insides, but 2 different uses. Now this one I have done as mini card holders. So there are my mini cards. There's a lot more of them, but I'm not going to fill it up. And then you pull this up, and there are the mini envelopes I made in there. Obviously there's not enough of them, but I need to show you how to do this. And then that goes back on top. They go back in, and then that lays across there. And this is in the Eastern Palace paper. Yeah. But I originally did it for my finger daubers, and now that comes off. Nice tight fitting box, and I store my finger daubers in there. I have got one that holds 40 in, and this was the overlap. And as you can see, I printed off the crushed curry and the colour, so that I can see at a glance what colour I'm going for. So yeah, one box, two uses, and that is going to be my next project. Right, well, thank you very much for spending part of your day with me. It's been a pleasure to know that you've spent some time with me. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, you can email me, or you can again leave questions in the comments down there. If you'd like to subscribe, it's just down there. I'd love to have you subscribe. I think I have one subscriber, which I'm proved to be. It's that the first one's always the best one. And I look forward to bringing you some more projects. Okay, thank you again for spending time with me, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.